Hello friends, how are you all? Welcome to our CSS training session. Today we will talk about lists, specifically how we can style HTML lists using CSS. So let's start today's session. First of all friends, there are two types of lists, ordered list and unordered list. An ordered list is a numbered list in which the items are in sequence 1, 2, 3. It is created using the OL tag. And unordered list on the other hand is a list which is with bullet points where there is no specific order. It's creating using the UL tag. So friends, now we will learn about the CSS property used to style lists. The first property is list style type, which allows us to set to the color of bullets or numbers. Let's look at an example. I will open it my code editor. Here you can say a style has been given for UL, where the list style type to set to square and for OL it set to lower alpha. You can see there is an on in an order list in unordered list. Look here at the output. I have set the unordered list to square, so the bullets are displayed as squares. For the ordered list, I set lower alpha, so the items are labeled as A, B, C, and so on. Default, what is happening is that you can see it is taken out from here, and by default, what is happening is that you can see that is in a bullet point, and it is begin shown in the main way as if it were in a square. I am showing it in the main circle. We can also make it a log circle. Take it to the main circle. Come to the circle, then you can see the list style type is the lower alpha by default. It is 1, 2, 3. Like in the main here. By deleting it, it is shown. You can see you can go back to the main by changing it to lower alpha C A B C. This way we can set an order list in our style. The next property is list style position. It determines whether the bullet or number will appear inside or outside the text. It has two values, inside and outside. Outside is the default. When the value is set to outside, the bullet or number appears on the left of the text. On the other hand, when it is set to the inside, the bullet or number aligns with the text. Let's look at an example. I will copy the example here. So friends, here you can see that I have applied styling. I have added a border to the entire list with h1 1 pixel green color. I will make that list a bit smaller so that everything fits in one line. Now in this example, I have set the list style position to inside. When the position is set to inside, the bullet point appear inside the border. As you can see the example, now when I change the list style position to outside, you can see that the bullets or number appear outside the text. And the border starts from the left side of the list, as shown in the output. In this way, you can control the positioning of the list bullets or numbers using the list style position property. Next, we have list style image. With this property, you can use an image as a bullet point. For example, you can replace the default bullet with a small image. Let me show you an example. Here I have taken three lists items and applied a class called list style image example. I have selected this class and set the list style image to use an image hosted externally from https://vfplaceholder.com. As you can see, instead of the unusual list bullets, an image is not displayed. In this way, you can replace the default bullets or numbers with an image of your choice. So friend, if you want to set all the properties in one go, you can use the shorthand list style property. This sets everything in one line, whether it's the bullet point style, position or image. For example, I can copy the code here. As you can see, I have written only list style in the shorthand format. Inside it, I have set the list style, list position and list image. This is how we can use the shorthand property. Now you can see the image is coming instead of the list style type. This is because I have used an image and it's set to inside. If I set it to outside, the image will appear a bit outside the text. But right now it's inside. This is how we can use the shorthand method. So friends, padding and margin also play important roles. Padding is used to provide space within the list between the content and the border. Margin on the other hand is used to set the space between the list and the surrounding elements. Let's take a look at an example. I will copy the example here. As you can see here, we have an unordered list with a class named padding margin example and three list item 1, list item 2 and list item 3. In the CSS we have used the class padding margin example. Inside this class we have set the padding to 20 pixel for the top and the bottom and 30 pixel for the left and right. Similarly, we have set the margin to 20 pixel for the top and bottom and 20 pixel for the left and right. We have also set the background color to a light color. Now, if you look at the result, you can see the list with the background color and you can clearly observe the padding and margin effects. For instance, the padding has added space inside the list and the margin has created space between the list and other elements around it. If I want, I can modify the padding and margin further. For example, if I change the left and right padding to 60 pixels, you will notice that the list moves away from the edge. Similarly, if I increase the margin to 60 pixels at the top, the list will move down. This is we can adjust padding and margin in the list. Now let's move on to styling the list with colors. Friends, you can use different colors for the list, such as setting colors for the list items or even for the ordered or unordered list. I will explain this by giving an example. Let me copy the example here. As you can see, I have created a colorful list. In this example, I have used the disk style for the list, which is why the bullet points appear as disks. Now to style specific items in the list, I use the nth child selector. For example, I have created a rule to colorful list nth child odd, where the background color or odd numbered items will be light blue and the text color will be navy. For even numbers items, I have set the background color to light and the text color will be dark. You can see this effect here as the odd and even items are styled differently. Friends, this was the basic styling of a list. As you can see, you can customize your list in many ways. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Keep smiling and happy coding. Thank you.